And we're
The
live. Welcome
broadcast
to
is
the
live.
Yep. Welcome to the Rican show. And here today I have what's going on with my camera? I have Don Bochinche. You hear me? I'm sounding like a white boy when I said it.
Don
Don
Bochinche,
Bochinche from the Don
Mr.
Bochinche
Gossiper.
News Network. Wait, we're having trouble streaming to your destination. Okay.
I hear you. I see you.
No, I know. I'm having issues with not with YouTube, but with Rumble. I might have to go back on Rumble. And anyways, let me introduce you, and then while you I'll let you introduce yourself, and let me fix that while you introduce yourself. Say who you are and talk about your channel and everything.
All right. Yo, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? I am Mr. Don Bochinche, CEO and founder of Bonchinche News Network. If you don't know what Bochinche is, it is Spanish for gossip. All right. So I do live shows on Facebook and on Instagram. With my live shows, everybody is welcome. I don't care if you're black, white, Jewish, Latino, if you're an alien. There, we don't care about your sexual preference or your orientation. There, we don't care about your political affiliation. Bonchinche News Network is a forum where I want everybody to come say what the fuck you gotta say. We don't always have to agree. There we can agree to disagree and disagree to agree, so, and every now and then, yes, we talk about relationships, we talk about fun things, but mostly my live shows are about social issues, a little bit politics, what's going on in your communities and stuff like that, and shit like that, based social issues, so.
And as you could see, he's raw. No filter.
Yeah, no filter.
No filter with
No
the
filter.
Don. No filter. So people who are offended by coarse language, as I'll say it.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is not the show that
Yeah,
you want
this
to
is not.
watch
This is
today. Because
what it is I just want people to be who they are on my live shows.
I'm the same way. I don't care.
Yeah.
That's why I'm just like, no, there's some people who, maybe they're watching this with their kids or something. I don't know. But if this is the show, if you're watching with your kids, then you may want to, save it for a time when your kids aren't around, because
yeah,
an F-bomb here is gonna drop and some other words maybe you don't want the kids to hear, but I'm not one to censor. I'm a free speech absolutist. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I used to get, well, at my old church, I remember I used to get mad sometimes because people were just like, "Oh, that's a curse," and I'm like, "No, it's bad language." Saying fuck is maybe impolite, it may be offensive, but it's not a curse. Curse is when you use the Lord's name in vain, or they say it in the Bible, like if you swear, swearing to God or swearing to something, like you can't create anything. That's what the Bible. That's the real curse, not fuck, shit, all these words that they say that are curse words. It's like,
yeah.
no, you're not going to hell for saying the F word.
This is real good.
They can be. That just depends how you make them.
I just put one fruit. I put every time I do a smoothie, I put one fruit, and
you know what? It depends how sweet that banana is, because you put banana in it, right?
Yeah, one banana.
Yeah. It depends how brown the banana is. If the banana is really sweet, then it takes the bitterness of the kale.
I'm already used to it, so and it's done already. It's almost done. So hopefully, maybe at the end of the show, I might have to go to the bathroom. I don't know.
Just don't take the phone with you. we don't need to hear those pails in the background.
Yo, so play that.
Yeah, I'm gonna start. Obviously, you heard that Donald Trump's gonna be running for president again.
Yeah, I was watching the speech, but then I fell asleep. I was laying in the sofa and I just knocked out.
I'll be honest. I didn't watch the speech just because I already knew he was running. I know what he's. I could pretty much have known what he was going to say. People he was going to take jabs at. So I'm like,
But did he take jabs at people?
Well, no. When I say take jabs, I don't necessarily mean like personal stuff. Like
No, I know, not
or this
personal
stuff
stuff.
like he generalized. Like say, like let's say for example, in the speech he said, like I saw a clip. He said, when I was president, the world was at peace. That's a jab at Biden. Because that's saying, Biden came into becoming president, and now, we're at war with Ukraine. China's threatening to attack Taiwan. And, if I was president, this wouldn't be happening. That's basically what he's saying.
Earlier, I did a live show on Facebook, and somebody said that Trump said that he wants to put the death penalty for drug dealers. And I was like, he said that shit? I was like, I don't know. I fell asleep. I was like, wow.
I don't know if he said that, but I'm for one. I believe in drug legalization, at least at the bare minimum, drug decriminalization, which means let's say for possession, you're not gonna get busted for it, but but if you're selling, like if you're a big time drug dealer, then you're gonna get
I agree with that. If your thing is, if you're a functioning coke addict and the cop pulled you over and you got 2 bags of coke, you shouldn't do time for 2 bags of coke. But hey, listen, I'm an addict. This is what I do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you're driving your car and they pull you over, and when they open up the trunk, the whole trunk is filled with kilos, then that's a problem.
Yeah. No, that's I mean, I seen it going to, like, I worked in law firms when I was younger, and there's not one lawyer that doesn't have a vice, whether it's alcohol, whether it's pot, whether it's coke, or some sort of uppers or something, because they work, especially in those law firms, those young attorneys, they work crazy hours.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's go to this Dave Chappelle clip. It's actually it's pretty much on the money when it talks about, he refers to Trump as an honest liar.
All right.
Which is anyway, I'll just let him. Let's see. Just tell me. Let me just raise the volume. Let me make sure you can hear it. If you can't, let me know. Okay.
All right.
I'm watching the news now. They're declaring the end of the Trump era. Now, okay, I can see how in New York you might believe this is the end of his era. I'm just being honest with you. I live in Ohio amongst the poor whites. A lot of you don't understand why Trump was so popular, but I get it because I hear it every day. He's very loved. The reason he's loved is because people in Ohio have never seen somebody like him. He's what I call an honest liar. No, I'm not joking right now. He's an honest liar. That first debate, I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen a white male billionaire screaming at the top of his lungs, "This whole system is rigged," he said. And across the stage was a white woman, Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama, sitting over there looking at him like, "No, it's not." I said, "Now, wait a minute, bro. It's what he said." And the moderator said, "Well, Mr. Trump, if in fact the system is rigged, as you suggest, what would be your evidence?" Remember what he said, bro? He said, "I know the system is rigged because I use it." I said, "God damn." He pulled out an Illuminati membership card, chop a lot of cocaine up, and get it right in his No one ever heard someone say something that true. And then Hillary Clinton tried to punch him in the taxes. She said, "This man doesn't pay his taxes." He shot right back. "That makes me smart." And then he said, "If you want me to pay my taxes, then change your tax code. But I know you won't, because your friends and your donors enjoy the same tax breaks that I do." That My friends, the star was born. No.
They say what's the saying? I don't know if you much truth is spoken jest. I don't know if you ever heard that expression. Basically, when truth is spoken in jokes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's some truth there that he was talking.
I don't damn. He went back to the first debate. I don't even remember. If Trump said like, hey, listen, I know the system is rigged. How you know? Because I use it.
Yeah. He used to say, I remember some of the debates, he would say, well, you used to come to me for money. You used to come to me to get money for your campaigns.
Yeah.
I gave to both sides. He didn't just give to Republicans. He gave to both sides. He lived in New York. He had to pay to play.
Yeah, you gotta pay to play. What happens is, I think the people, us. Well, once again, I'm coming to you live from New York City. I don't know everything about the other 49 states, right? But people are already. It's already branded in our minds. You're a multimillionaire. You should pay the most taxes, right? Because that money will then trickle down into whatever, and it'll go into these programs, whatever, the city needs. So obviously Donald Trump, he's a billionaire or 100 millionaire, whatever he is, he should be paying the highest tax, and then whatever that money they take out goes to funding whatever New York City needs, infrastructure. Infrastructure, schools, feeding the homeless, this, that,
Yeah.
But in actuality, it doesn't work that way.
No.
Right?
No, not at all.
There's a whole bunch of tax codes and laws that the loopholes be like, hey, listen, you know what? If you make this money, if you could put it over here, you're not gonna pay that much taxes. You're gonna pay less taxes if you do this. If you open up a nonprofit foundation, put your money into the nonprofit foundation, and then pay yourself later. Those are all loopholes that they use. We could use those loopholes. I'm assuming, right?
Oh, we could. We just don't have the money to open them.
We could use those loopholes if we had the money. If Bonchinche News Network was to gross $50 million a year, I'll be the first motherfucker to be using the loopholes. Why not?
Why not? No, look, listen, people forget. This is the whole. I mean, you're a little bit older than I am, so maybe you're old enough to remember. He's one of the people who saved New York. Because in the 80s, because in the 70s, New York was broke.
Yeah.
I think there's a famous headline that I think like Gerald Ford told New York to go to hell or something like that.
Well, I don't know. I was born in 74, so
well, I was born in 79. So let me see something. Let's see if I can find that. I think it's Ford to New York City drop dead. There you go. President Ford to New York City drop dead. That's what. Let me see if I could bring it up, and I'll show you the image. It's from the Daily News. Here we go. Watch. Check this out. Add to the stream. Come on.
Yeah, it's kind of small. All right.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna make it bigger right now. There you go.
All right. Ford to City drop dead. Damn.
Vows he'll veto any bailout bill.
That's crazy.
That's how. And so this was. Let me see if you can see it there. October 1970. I can't see. That shit's too small. Okay, but basically about somewhere between when you and I were born. So
okay.
But New York City was broke. They were, it was on the cusp of failure. And in the 80s, while people were leaving and the crime was spiking in New York, Trump made like started building his building with his names on it, started making it in a cool thing to live in New York again.
Yeah.
Because all these people with money were living in like Long Island, Connecticut, maybe New Jersey. None of these people wanted to live in the city.
Yeah. I don't know.
But people don't remember that. People only just remember what the media, the caricature that the media portrayed of him after he chose to run as a Republican. Because I guarantee you, if he ran as a Democrat, we wouldn't be talking about this right now.
So let me ask, because I remember when I was a young boy, obviously 42nd Street had all those.
Oh yeah,
had all those porn stores, the
strip clubs,
the strip joints, and all that. And I remember the older guys from the block coming into the block with 4th of July fireworks. And then Giuliani came in, and Giuliani was like, I'm going after the mob. I'm going after this. I'm going after that. And little by little, he cleaned up the city. He fixed 42nd Street. So my question to the public and my question to you, I don't know, is what's the difference? Like, can't Eric Adams do the same thing? Like, yo, listen, I'm going after y'all. Listen, y'all do this, I'm going after y'all.
He could, but he won't, because it's not what his party wants to be done. Rumble, who's the party who pushed for the bail reform? The Democrats. And the whole thing about it is, it's like I told my brother-in-law, because my brother-in-law is a socialist, and I tell him the road to hell is paved with good intentions. The whole bail reform thing, it's a compassionate bill, because let's say, for example, Don Bochinche, you're there in the corner, and you get swept up because you were coming home from work, and they're busting that corner because it's a known drug corner, and you get caught up with it. You can't afford bail, so you're in jail all weekend. But you didn't do anything wrong. You were just walking home, maybe walking to the train station, walking home, whatever. But you got caught up in that bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, bail reform, goes, okay, well, we'll no bail for you, just come to court or whatnot. But here's the thing. I get it. Some of it makes sense. But when you got motherfuckers being locked up and let out 4, 5, 6 times a day, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, the bail reform in how you explained it should work if I'm walking down the street, I get stopped, I got a few bags of marijuana or some dumb shit that the cop want to put me through the system, what a bullpen therapy. I didn't kill nobody. I didn't rape nobody. I didn't physically assault nobody. I didn't stab nobody. I didn't run nobody over with a car. Then yes, you know what? Hey, Mr. Don Bochinche, release you. Come back to court next month. Now, the flip side, the person who allegedly committed to this type of crime, boom, boom, boom. Now you got to hold them. Not keep them up in there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
George, he asked the question. He goes, "Can the parties find any common ground?" And I think,
and you know what's funny? I just try to keep the way I process shit, right? For me, I try to keep it super simple, right? Like if I was the mayor of New York City, right, I will call a meeting with all the congressmen, congresswomen, the senators, the borough presidents, of all the politicians in New York City, right? Maybe, I don't know, and bring the governor, right? Hey, I'm having this meeting, come down. Mind fuck everybody. Meet me in this room. Have everybody from both sides of the party, Democrats, Republicans, and if you're independent, obviously you got to be at this meeting. right? What I'll do, I'll get one TV network to air this shit live. Hey, what's up? I'm the mayor. You already know that. Ain't nobody going home. And I will put guards on the doors. Do some motherfucking revolution shit, right? I will be like, come to this meeting, right? Listen, ain't nobody coming home until we find, like he said, find common ground, find the 5 things that we gonna agree on, and fix those 5 things. Ain't nobody going home. So call your wife, call your husband, call your lover, call the mistress. None of you motherfuckers is going home. But don't worry about it. I got food coming. Lock the fucking doors. And anybody, and I'll tell the cops, anybody walks out that door, you fucking snuff them. Let's go. Let's get to work. Boom. Hold them hostage. Basically, right? Hold those motherfuckers hostage.
Oh, I think the problem. Here's the problem. I'm gonna tell you what the problem is. Yeah. There is common ground. The problem is they'll hold the other side hostage for stuff that they want. So let's say, let's say, okay, we agree on let's say bail reform, but if you get locked up twice in a day, no bail for you.
Yeah.
Because obviously if you get locked up more than once in a day, you're obviously doing some shit. You can't tell me that's just bad luck that you're in the wrong place at the wrong time twice in one day.
That's true. And not even that is when you get arrested and you come out in front of that judge and you at arraignment, the DA already has your arrest record.
Yeah.
Your Honor, look, Don Bochinche got arrested 15 times, and all of them are for assault. He just assaulted somebody. He needs to stay up in here in Rikers Island.
Yeah.
No bail for him.
Exactly.
Now, answering the question to the brother, what's his name? George, you said?
George. Yeah, George.
Saying that if we can find common ground. I would say maybe last year I didn't get the name of this show, but they were talking about the difference of today's political arena versus maybe a couple of years ago, and they interviewed President Clinton and what's his name, Newt Gingrich.
Newt Gingrich, yes,
because he was the Speaker of the House.
Yeah, because the Republicans took over after 2 years Clinton was in office. Yeah. The Republicans, during the midterms. Oh, bless you.
Excuse me. That's the onions and the garlic opening me up. Man.
Okay.
And what happened was they were explaining how the reason why during the Clinton administration, whether you agree with it or not, the reason they got shit done was because Newt Gingrich and Bill Clinton were friends.
Yeah.
They were friends. And they would have meetings every day, just them two. Either Newt Gingrich comes to the White House or over the phone every day. And all these presidents before Clinton, they were cool with the Speaker of the House. Now, the way I look at it, the Speaker of the House, he's the fucking gang leader of the Republicans. Then Nancy Pelosi, Speaker of the House, is the gang leader of the Democrats.
Yes.
So if I'm the president and you the Speaker of the House, I'm a Democrat, you a Republican, but me and you are cool. And yes, we'll disagree, but come on, let's get this shit done. And we both come out as a yes, I'm a Democrat, you're a Republican, but we come out and you tell your peoples, look, we came to an agreement. We're gonna work on this. We're gonna make this happen. The president agreed on this. He wants this, and he promised me that he's gonna give me that. next year, or he's gonna give me that in 2 years. So let's make this happen for him. And people was on board. But what happens? You got Nancy Pelosi disrespecting, dissing. Trump is doing the same shit. Everybody, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Nothing gets done.
Well, I think, yes, that definitely did happen. I go, and I have a take on this that people, some people who don't like, that they don't like what I have to say about it, but I'm gonna say it anyways because that's me. I don't give a shit. I think what started where we're at right now is Obama in 2012. I mean, it started 2008, but it also continued in 2012 because in 2012, he was only popular with his base, and he was losing independence. So let me just start with 2008, because in 2008 he came in going, I'm the hope and change president. You vote me in, and America's gonna be great. Not again. America's gonna be great because I'm president, and we're gonna move past color. Because that's why he sold himself as. He sold himself as a post-racial president. Like, look, you elect me, that means black and white, we're good now. Now in 2012, when it looks like he was going to lose his re-election bid, what did he start doing? Oh, the white man, he sends Biden to tell people that the Republicans, Mitt Romney, mind you, and they love Mitt Romney now.
Yeah.
They said Mitt Romney's going to put y'all back in chains. So they ran a very divisive, a very disgusting campaign because they were afraid to lose power. So what happened? 2016 or 2015, you get Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a direct response to the campaign that was run in 2012. Because, and you still see it now. You see it now. How much, if you say anything remotely anti-black, look what happened with Kanye wearing a White Lives Matter shirt. When people were up at arms for that, right? So you can't say White Lives Matter because that's racist. But so you could say anything anti-white and it's okay. But say anything about anybody else, Kanye's the prime example of that, because you can't say anything about, you can't say anything about, you can't say anything pro-white, and you can't say anything anti-Semitic.
The reason is the people, for me, one of the reasons why people got at Kanye West for the White Lives Matter is because the way the media portrayed it. Yes. Right? If the media would have just said, hey, look, Kanye West got White Lives Matter, whatever, nobody would have been. Maybe there would have been some people in uproar, but not to this. So they know that Blacks and Latinos and people of color, we react on emotion. We don't sit back and think. Our shit is bang, bang, quick. Oh, fuck up, boom. Oh, damn, I fucked up. I should have not reacted that way. They know that they target our emotion.
Yes, I agree 100%.
That's part of the reason why people are getting at Kanye West for the White Lives Matter. I've seen during the protests of Black Lives Matter throughout the United States, throughout the country, I've seen a lot of white people with Black Lives Matter shirts, and nobody complained about it. Nobody really complained.
But if you wore an All Lives Matter T-shirt, then
the flip side, and I understand the other argument is that the reason, and I'm not talking about the organization, I'm talking about the Black Lives Matter, the movement, the concept, the movement. I'm not talking about the organization. That's something totally different that I don't even really know about.
Other than
But the Black Lives Matter, the
large
movement,
mansions.
Black Lives Matter, when now you got people say white lives matter, blue lives matter, Puerto Rican lives matter. It takes away why that was created. And it was created because, in part, a lot of black men and men of color were being, brutally assaulted while in police custody. That was for me, that was my interpretation. Yo, Black Lives Matter, yo, black men get arrested, cool, you did something fucked up, you got arrested, there's no need to fuck them up, or there's no need to fucking kill them, and then the other side is, oh, Black Lives Matter, it only matters when a white cop shoots, or when a group of cops fuck somebody up. Shouldn't it Black Lives Matter every day, whether I commit a crime against my brother or my brother commits a crime against me?
Well, it's just like this. Let's be realistic. You're walking down the street, right?
Yes.
There's a white cop and there's a Puerto Rican guy crossing the street. Who's the one that's most likely going to fuck with you?
The Puerto Rican guy.
But when you look at crime, and they make such a big deal when it's the outlier, as I call it, because this statistics, you have the outlier, that it's the stuff that doesn't happen that often.
Yeah.
So so they'll talk about, oh well, if you ever there's a great video. They were asking some people in the Black Lives Matter like protest.
Yeah.
They would ask them, how many black people were killed by cops the year before? Right? And I kid you not, these people were like hundreds, thousands. It was like 9. Unarmed, or I shouldn't say, they asked them how many unarmed black men were killed by cops.
Yeah.
And they thought the number was in the hundreds and the thousands, when it was like 9. And they were just like, no, that's not true. And it's like, no, there's the FBI statistics that show, this is what, oh, well, no, that can't be right. And it's like, the problem is we have this media today, and the media will just, if it bleeds, it leads. So media knows if there's a white cop shooting a black man, or even this, let's not even take it to cops. Do you remember maybe a year or two ago, there was a school shooting in Texas? You may not have remembered because it was on the news the morning before, and then the next day it was out of the news.
No,
because the school shooting happened in a black school, in a black neighborhood. So they were like, oh no, wait a minute, it doesn't fit our narrative. So they took it out in the news. Because the only reason I remember the story, because I used to live in Texas, and I remember the suburb it happened in. So it was like, oh, I remember that suburb, and that's what happened. It was like this black kid, he shot like 3 kids plus a teacher, and they were all black. You know what? Before we go on a tangent, I want to, George asked a good question. He goes, here's a good question. He goes, in your opinion, what are the top 3 points we need to find common ground on for the U.S. to move forward, and how can that happen? That's deep.
Yeah, that's above my pay grade. George, I'm sorry, my brother. That's above my pay grade. I only went up to the 6th grade, brother. Wait, what was the question? Can you read it? Because it's too slow on my phone.
Yeah, no, I got you. Okay, it goes here. In your opinion, what are the top 3 points that we need to find common ground on for the U.S. to move forward, and how can that happen?
All right. For me, I'm number 1, education. And I don't just mean education in come to school, learn math, English, science,
Uh,
Let's, and when I say education, I've preached this a million times on my live
yes,
shows.
yes, you have.
Let's bring back vocational trainings at the high school level, right? Um, let's bring back here in New York City, George, my brother. I don't know where you're from.
He's in Pennsylvania also.
All right, so he's in Pennsylvania. Let's bring back vocational training at the high school level: carpentry, plumbing, electrical. Let's make some high schools specialize in law, right? Let's put some high schools that specialize in kids who dream of being a doctor one day. You understand what I'm saying? So they go to a specific school. Yes, they're gonna get the classes that they need: English, science, math, whatever. But that school, they're also gonna get taught how to be a lawyer or the law. You know, we should have high schools where it should be about music, about entertainment, and not just being in front of the camera, but having careers behind the camera.
Yep.
And when I also say about education, we also need to bring back after school community centers in the community, so that these kids don't be hanging out in the street, and those community centers take these kids on trips and be exposed. I'm 48 years old, and on my block, not the block that you and I was on, but 2 blocks over, there was a community center called the Young People's East Harlem Resource Center. And I think I wasn't even a teenager yet. I think I was like 12. I didn't hit the teenage years, and I already knew about going away to college. Why? Because that community center was taking me on college trips with the older teenagers. That community center was taking me hiking, taking me camping.
They were exposing you to
real world
experience.
Things to outside of New York City.
Yes,
that's what we got to bring back. Second thing, to make America better.
Well, to make America be able to move forward.
Let's be more self-sufficient. I get it. Things will be, like, for example, the oil. We could make our own oil, right? For gasoline or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Crude oil.
Yeah. We have it.
Everything.
We have it. Alaska, Texas, Pennsylvania.
If you look at it, everything that we buy is coming in from another country. So part of the United States, we got to depend on another country. So we need to be self-sufficient. We need to grow our own shit. We need to produce our own shit. Yeah, I have friends who've traveled the world, and they say, yo, we go to countries, and there's some countries that they don't sell American cars. No. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, you bugging. I was like, nah, everything is from their country.
Yeah.
And the third thing, George, I don't know. I'm stuck. George, I'm sorry, my brother. I'm sorry.
George, I will say, what 3 points I think we need to agree on so we can move forward. I'm gonna go with I agree with Don about the education. I think it's important. I think not just vocational training for the children, because whether it's electrical, whether it's plumbing, whether it's carpentry, welding, whatever. This is stuff that, okay, let's say, for example, if you own a house, let's forget, not only just, for the people who, like Don, that live in the city. I mean, I grew up in the city too, but now I live out in the boonies. You need to know, if you buy a house, how to fix it. Forget about so if you don't, work as that, at least you'll be able to fix stuff, at home.
Yes.
Save yourself some money, or be able to have a career somewhere else. So, and with that, when it comes to education, is we also need to bring back civics, where people learn how laws are passed, how Congress works, how the presidency works, because the biggest problem is people don't understand like the nonsense that Biden pulled off in the summer when he said, "I'm going to forgive student loan debt." Well, the only reason he was allowed to say that he was able to pass an executive order for that to happen is because the American people don't know his constitutional limits, because they don't teach civics anymore in schools.
Yeah.
Because if an informed society would go, wait a minute, this nigga's full of shit. No, oops. Sorry, I hope I don't get clipped for YouTube for hate speech.
Yeah.
But forget about, it's like he can't do that. He's just the president. He can't pass laws. So he shouldn't be saying, "Oh, I'm gonna forgive $10,000 worth of student loan debt." No, you can't do that. That's beyond your power. And young people wouldn't have been stupid to think, because I've heard people I went to a baseball game and I heard people talking about it, going, "Oh, well, I'm gonna get my $10,000," and I'm like, "You ain't gonna get shit, because it's gonna go to court and the courts are gonna strike it down, because he don't have the power to do that."
Yeah.
But that's because I'm a political junkie, so I know that. Okay, so education, big part. To piggyback on what you were talking about, the self-sustaining, I think not only do we have to produce our own energy, we need to um, have factories come back to America. This is what one of the Shiny said here. And we need to bring back factories so we can get more jobs available. As far as the news media, we should keep on local level. But yes, we need to bring jobs, manufacturing. We need to be self-sufficient in every aspect. We shouldn't have to rely on other countries for our pharmaceuticals. We shouldn't have to rely on our country for PPE, the
Yeah.
protect. We shouldn't have to rely on other countries for gas and oil. We have such a naturally rich country that we don't need shit from other countries. The only reason we have is you, and this is why they hate Donald Trump. And this is, I'm going to piggyback on this, because Trump is not a globalist. He may have taken, because they'll be like, "Oh, well, he made his suits and shirts and clothing in China." Yeah, guess what? If I was trying to fucking make money, where would I build my shit? In an American factory that I have to pay because the union makes me pay them $50 an hour, or I'm gonna go to China and pay them 5 cents a day. If I'm trying to make money, let's be real. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
You're gonna go to China.
Exactly. But that's what these globalists want. That's why they want, like Trump started like pushing tariffs on China. Because why? Because it's like, okay, you're gonna you're gonna outprice my American workers. So guess what? I'm gonna make your products, when they come into the US, I'm gonna make them on par with American products when it comes to price. That's what a tariff is.
Yeah.
That's how we used to run our country, was on tariffs, before this whole concept of globalism. Because globalism was, basically, you could say it was supposed to be this whole thing of peace for the world through trading and all that stuff. We opened up to China, going, hopefully we would influence China to become more democratic, to be a more open society.
Yeah.
And what happened? The US has become more like China. Okay, rant on that over, because I didn't get to my third point. So the third point would be, we need to have some sort of we need to get over this whole. We need to go back to being American. And what do I mean by we need to go back to being American? We need to go back to I don't give a fuck that you're black. I don't give a fuck that you're Puerto Rican. I don't give a fuck that you're Italian. Okay? When you come to this country, you're an American. Okay? We may disagree on tax code and the minimum wage and all that stuff, but you should, if you don't love that you're in a country that we could disagree and not get shot over it, then go.
Well, let me ask you a question. When
Okay.
you said when somebody comes to America, they're American, what you mean? Illegally, legal?
No, I mean legally.
Okay.
Legally.
All
No.
right.
Okay, because my solution to people, especially Democrats, they hate my solution because they're like, "Oh, what are you gonna do? Kick all these illegals out of the country?" I go, "No, they could stay. I let them stay. They could be. They could get a green card. They could stay here, but they can never become citizens. If you come here illegally, you will never get the right to vote in our elections. You come here legally, then you could vote. You could become a citizen and vote. But if you come here illegally, I'm not going to kick you out, but you will never get to vote. You will never get citizenship. And to me, because you got people who try to come here the right way.
Yeah.
Why should you reward people who come through the back door?
I agree with that in a way. Yeah.
It's like you make a pizza and you're there, you're about to eat dinner and you're hungry, everybody, so all of a sudden your boys come over and it's like, you're not going to give us any? Well, I just made this pizza. Yeah, fine. Okay, I'll give you a slice, give you a slice, give you a slice. Then what's going to happen? What you're going to be left with?
So basically what you're saying is we should take care of us first.
Yes.
I agree with that.
Because it's like the whole crashing plane analogy. What's it say when you get on the plane? What's it say? Put your mask on first before you put the mask on your child or a loved one. Because you got to take care of yourself. Because let's say if I go to put my child's mask on and I pass out, now we're both fucked. Because if I didn't put it right on them and now I passed out, now what? Now I can't help them. Same concept. So, if we want to help what's going around in the world, we need to fix ourselves first. And we need to go back to being Americans, and that we actually love this country. Because if you talk to some people on the left, the only time they love the country is when there's a Democrat in president. Because you could check, there's some Republicans that will say they don't love the country when there's a Democrat as president, but it never drops below 50%. But the numbers show, like when Trump was president, like 20% of Democrats said they were proud of being American.
Yeah,
and it shouldn't matter. I
think sometimes people just talk out their ass. Like, I hear it too. Oh, this fucking country ain't shit. But that's because they frustrated. Everybody knows that. Yes, this country has issues and stuff like that. But I think when people say, "Yo, this country ain't shit," fuck that, it's because they talking. It's the emotion talking.
Yeah, I agree. It goes here. I'm just going to read through some of the comments here. It goes,
yeah.
Normie says they need to bring all that back to school. There are communities that have centers for this stuff, but you need to pay an arm and a leg to put your child into these programs. True. It's true. You need to.
And you know what? And I think maybe I don't.
Oh, here's another. She just put this. It's funny. She put, they love the country when they get their stimulus checks.
Yo, I like this country when I get my coupones. You know what? But I'm with not paying an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
But yes, parents should pay something to these programs. And let me explain. Right now, if your son or your daughter is in a high school or elementary school, right? And let's make the math easy, right? I got a pen. Where the fuck is my pen? I don't got a pen. I got a pen. I found a pen. Hold on, guys. Okay. I found a pen. All right. Where's a piece of paper? Oh, I found a piece of paper. Bear with me. Right? Check it out. Sometimes we don't need politicians to solve our issues, right? So hypothetically, ladies and gentlemen, your son or your daughter, whether it's elementary school, junior high school, or high school, or whatever y'all want to call it in your state, secondary, third, whatever the fuck it is, I don't know, right? There's 500 students. Each parent donates each month $20. That's $10,000, right? Here in New York City, I don't know about the other states. They in school, what, 9 months out of the year? 9 months, right?
Yeah. Give or
9
take.
months. Yeah. 9. That's $90,000 that your child's high school, or high school, let's call it high school XYZ. So you got 500 students. Each parent donates $20 a month. That's $10,000 times 9 months out of the school year. That's $90,000 that high school XYZ. What happened here? Oh, shit. Uh-oh. So let me keep explaining. I don't know.
Oh, wait. No. I just took myself off so people could see your writing example.
Oh, but it's kind of small. So,
no, I know. That's why I wanted to make it. I wanted to make it bigger. So I'm putting. I'm removed myself. Just so they can see.
Yeah, that's that StreamYard. All right, you got 500 students. If you can see, 500 students. Each parent donates $20. That's $10,000 times 9 months out of the year. That's $90,000. $90,000 that specific school can have a decent after-school program. Granted, yes, there are other schools that have more students, would be more money. But yes, we got to start. We should be paying not a lot of money. What's $20? $20 ain't nothing. And miss me with the bullshit, ladies and gentlemen. Miss me with the bullshit that there's parents out there that don't got it. Ponte a trabajar. If you don't know Spanish, that means go find a job. Okay? That's a possible solution. I don't know.
Noemi said that's what the PTA should be doing.
No, of course. That's what the PTA, of course. Yes, I agree with her. Yes, your parent-teacher association or the parent-teacher whoever coordinator should be speaking to the principal on some more like, yo, principal, the right Rican. Listen, I have this idea. I spoke to 150 parents. Yo, they with this idea. Yo, $90,000. Yo, we can start an after-school program. Let's be the leader in that. But they're not doing it. But if they're not doing it, us as parents, we should do it. Parents, show up to the school.
Yeah, I agree.
And talk to the principal.
And I think, yeah,
right?
It's a great idea. It's just,
it's the execution. Yeah. Nobody wants to execute. Nobody wants to pull the trigger.
No.
You know?
No, that Actually, I think that's an excellent place to leave it. I think that was, you know, we kind of answered George's question, and I think George left. I think
All right.
it was getting late. It was getting well. He was waiting. He was waiting for like 20 minutes.
Oh, for real? So big
Well,
shout out to George.
yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you, my
George
brother.
is my best subscriber. He's been
And
watching me
shout
for
out to who's that? The female Naomi?
Noemi. Yeah,
No, Noemi.
Noemi or Naomi.
Noemi.
Yeah.
Shout out to her too. You know. But yeah, nah, we have to, and people, and don't get me wrong, people, when I do my live shows, people be like, fuck that, you know, parents don't got it. I don't believe that, right?
Oh, you
And
got
then
enough money to
I
buy your
tell these
kids
same people,
Jordans, right? You got enough to buy your kids
yeah,
Jordans.
then I tell people, I say, yo, you beefing about $20? Yeah, fuck that. That shit should be free. And then I come and I tell them, so let me ask you something. You want your son or your daughter to go to a great college? Of course I want my son or my daughter to go to a great college. Are you willing to take out a loan on your name so that your son or your daughter goes to a great college? Of course. Or willing to take out a $30,000 loan, maybe a $50,000 loan, but you are quick to take out a $50,000 loan so that your son or your daughter goes to a good college where it has been proven that people who go to college, not all people, but there's people who are not making money and they got 4-year degrees, they got masters. So you're bitching about $20, but you're willing to take out a $50,000 loan so that your son or your daughter goes to this college. Miss me with the bullshit, please. Thank you.
Excellent. A great conversation as always. Um, like I said, I'll leave it there. I think it's a great conversation we had. I hope people enjoy. And once again, let people know where they can find you. And I put it in the description, but
All
like I
right.
put your Instagram.
Ladies and
I'll
gentlemen,
put
you can follow me on Instagram at Don Bochinche. And there I just do my live shows. And on my live shows, I talk stuff like this. Every now and then, the live show gets crazy. Every now and then, we do have fun. We talk about relationship. We talk about, you know, who's wrong in the relationship, why the women always blame the man, and the man this and that. But mostly my live shows is about social issues. But you can follow me on Instagram at Don Bochinche.
And it's in the description. It's both your Instagram and I put your Facebook too. I know once in a while you do the Facebook, but you more
yeah. Once in a while. What happened was I used to do all my live shows were on Facebook, but then I started doing live shows on Instagram, and I like the interaction. And it's true. I think what people are saying about Facebook. Facebook is for dinosaurs. They, old people and
yes.
shit like that.
I will admit, well, hey, if I hadn't started using Instagram, I wouldn't have found you. I wouldn't have found
that's
Jen.
True. And listen, me getting on We Outside, Jen and Bruno and them, getting on their live shows introduced me to people on the other side of the world. Facebook, for some reason, for me, has a poor algorithm, and when I go live, it doesn't let people know. But Instagram for me has a better algorithm that if I do a live show with you, Instagram is gonna let your followers know, the right Rican is live with Don Bochinche. And so maybe 3 of your followers might watch.
Yeah.
And out of the 3, 1 might follow me.
Well, that's the importance of networking.
And all this. And at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, use your social media platforms. Yes, use it for whatever you want. Post pictures of your family so that the families in the other side of the world, you have families in different places, they can see pictures, of the family. But also, ladies and gentlemen, use social media to build meaningful relationships. I'm reading books on real estate, investing in real estate, and I'm starting to branch out into meeting people on Instagram that are already doing this. Let's use our social media for, for building meaningful relationships. Everybody says, social media, Facebook is fucked up. Instagram is fucked up. No, Facebook is not fucked up. Instagram is not fucked up. TikTok is not fucked up. It's how you use it.
Yeah.
That fucks up.
Well, George is still here. George said you're awesome.
Thank you very much, George.
He enjoyed you. Jessica Hornick said excellent views. Really enjoyed this one.
Thank you very much, Jessica.
Thank you, Jessica. Glad you enjoyed.
And that's how come. I just keep my lives like, yo, listen, come on the live show. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
And we don't. And ladies and gentlemen, yes, we might look the same. We might talk Spanish, the same lingo, come from the same upbringing. But at the end of the day, we are all different. So we have to put in our minds that, yes, my man, the right Rican, yes, he's from here, the city, but he's going to think different from me. I'm gonna think different from Jessica because us three have different lives.
Mm-hmm.
Shit that has happened to me didn't happen to the right Rican. Shit that has happened to Jessica, whether good, bad, or indifferent, didn't happen to me. So we all have different experiences. So we can't sit here and say, well, yo, the right Rican, I ain't fucking with you because me and you don't think the same. Nah. This is where we learn, ladies and gentlemen. We learn from differences. And we got to have great conversations, adult conversations. Yes, I disagree with you, the right Rican. Yo, Don Bochinche, I agree with you. But, oh shit, you know what? I didn't know that. Cool, let me look this up. I'll give you a case in point. My man just sent me an article earlier today. He says, you know that there's more murderers. There's more murder in red states than blue states. And so I said, send me your source. And he sent me a long article.
Mm-hmm.
And there's more murders in red states than blue states. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So,
but you know what's the caveat with that one? What he may have not told you? Where do most murders happen? In the cities or in the suburbs?
No, it didn't break down if it was.
No. I know, but no. Where do murders happen mostly? In the cities or in the suburbs?
I would guess cities.
Okay. Now here's the whole thing. Who runs the cities?
We do. The politicians. I don't know.
I know.
That's a fucking
Which party?
Question.
Which political party runs the majority of cities in the country?
I guess Republicans, right?
No, Democrats. New York City, is it run by Republicans?
No, but it's a blue state. This is not a red state.
No. But no, you're not listening. So yeah, let's say Texas is a red state, right?
It is a red state.
Texas is a red state, right?
Yeah.
But you know where most of the crime happened? Like where most of the murders happen? In blue cities, in red states. So like Dallas is maybe.
Come on, guy. You got super specific here. This motherfucker say, yo, Texas is a red state, is a Republican state. Houston Dallas, is a Democrat state. Come on, bro.
I'm telling you because that's a cop-out when they say that most murders are happening in Republican states, but when you have like Missouri is a Republican state, but most of the murders are happening in St. Louis that's run by the Democrats.
Now I think you just passing the buck.
No, I'm not.
It doesn't matter. A murder is a murder.
I agree with you. I agree with you. But this is what the Democrats are doing. They'll play that number, right? And if you don't look into it, you don't go. When do you see a state trooper in New York City?
Not in the city. You won't see a state trooper.
No. What do you see? NYPD, right?
NYPD.
And NYPD.
Yeah.
Who runs NYPD? Does the governor of New York run the NYPD, or does a mayor?
The mayor.
So who's responsible for the local crime in New York City?
The mayor.
Okay. So if St. Louis is where all the murders are happening in Missouri, it's a red state, right? But if
is Missouri Run by Democrats. That's my question then.
Not the state, but the city of St. Louis is run by Democrats.
All right.
So like, you know, so you could have a red state, but you still in the cities, you still have like I said, Texas is a red state, but Dallas, Houston, Austin, they're all blue cities.
I never thought about that shit.
Yeah. Look at Florida. Florida is a red state now.
Yeah.
But Orlando is run by Democrats. Well, Miami used to be run by Democrats until this year. This is the first time that Miami-Dade voted all Republican. So it goes here. Cities that are red will shoot trespassers.
What happened?
No, Noemi said, here you go. She
All
put
right.
cities that are red will shoot trespassers. Blue cities will shoot just to shoot.
Yo, that's funny. Yo, that's funny.
So
yo,
that's why,
Naomi, please follow me on Instagram. That shit is fucking hilarious. That's a bar right there. Naomi, you better write a rap song and put that sentence in the song somewhere. She said cities that are red will shoot trespassers. Blue cities will shoot just to shoot. Yo, that's a fucking bar. Yo, that's a bar. I think we got the next motherfucking female rapper. Naomi said I already did. Thank you very much. Thank you. So nah. You know what? So let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
New York City.
Right?
Blue City.
But
Staten Island is run by Republicans. So if I kill somebody over there, whose fault is it? Is it the Republicans or is it the Democrats?
Good question. But the only reason I say this, well, here's my caveat. Once again, who runs the NYPD?
Come on, now you throwing it back. Now you fucking wishy-washy.
No, I'm not wishy-washy because you're talking about one part of a city.
No, I came out and I said, yo, my man sent me an article. Red states.
I know because I have people send me the same stuff. But the whole thing is I took my degree is in sociology.
Yeah. So
I know these stats and I know how they manipulate the stats. So that's how they manipulate the stats. They'll be like, oh, well, Republicans say they're for, law and order. But look, in red states, there's more murders. But they neglect to say that it happens in Democrat cities. Because the majority of, I looked this up. Of the 50 major cities in the U.S., so of the 50 major, only 11 are run by Republicans. So that means the other 39 are run by Democrats.
But this is what I know you're gonna end the show.
Yes.
This at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, we have to start building generational wealth. That's it. Yes, let's talk about politics. Yes, let's disagree to agree, disagree. But we got to get this money. We have to get this money. You heard? There you go. I'm up out of here. So I want to leave you guys with my outro that I always say. So this is my outro. Ladies and gentlemen, go out there to the world, network, build meaningful relationships, and remember this: invest in yourself, make yourself rich before you make others rich. Peace, y'all.